and it's an online guitar coaching program, one-to-one. As I recently shared in one of my latest videos, I started playing the guitar as a kid when I was 9, and I started playing classical guitar for various reasons. And if you know anyone that plays classical guitar, you know that typically classical guitarists have a really clear path when learning guitar. They exactly know what to learn and what comes next. This is because classical guitar has a strong repertoire that's been developed over centuries. But when you play modern guitar, when you play contemporary guitar, any style you like, there isn't really a clear progression in what you should learn next. There's no actual rule about it. And sometimes this is the very reason why you may feel stuck. You may feel there's no progression in your playing, you've reached plateau, and essentially you don't know what to learn next. You don't know what you should do really. So I've started thinking about what is it that we could do to fix this. And I think that the main reason why, differently from classical guitar, we don't really have a clear path of progression, when we learn contemporary modern guitar, is because there is simply too many styles that you could get into. Sure, there are a few things that cross the borders so that you can learn them regardless of the style that you are practicing. If I have to name 3 of these areas, simply because I see them often as areas where even experienced guitarists are weak, I would name definitely the guitar fretboard, meaning exploring the fretboard, naming any notes on the spot and recognizing patterns for chords, scales, arpeggios. Then I would say an overall timing awareness and the timing in general, feeling in the pocket when you play. And the ear training, so the ability to recognize, identify intervals, melodies, chord progressions in songs completely by ear. But then I thought that even this is not enough, because everyone is different, everyone is unique, and everyone has a different taste in what they would like to be proficient at on guitar. And the point here is exactly that you need to know what to practice to make sure that you don't waste your time. You need to know what comes next. You need consistency to make significant progress on guitar. And all this also made me think that guitar lessons, traditional one-to-one weekly guitar lessons, are really not for everyone. This is for a number of reasons. It happened to me that I've had students that were actually shy on camera. They didn't feel like playing in front of me. They felt intimidated for some reason. And then if you've tried costly weekly guitar lessons, you know that sometimes you have to cancel the lesson, short notice, you lose it, another week goes by, and you're left alone by yourself. And don't get me wrong, sometimes guitar lessons are just amazing. If you find the right combo between the disciplined student and a great mentor, they can work. But on average, I've often seen students attending weekly guitar lessons without making progress, or without making enough progress to justify the weekly guitar lessons. Sometimes you spend the lesson just repeating what you've done the week before, just because the lesson is scheduled and you don't want to lose it. Now, to me, this is not the most efficient way to use your time. And bear in mind that I say this after being a guitar student first and then a guitar teacher for most of my life. So I've spent the last 18 months crafting a program, crafting a method that actually makes you improve on guitar fast. And it's funny because it comes from me opening up to other industries, not just the music industry, in order to learn what works in these industries, particularly in the fitness industry. I go to the gym, I'm passionate about learning more about fitness, nutrition, and all of that. And I made friends with some athletes and fitness content creators, so I got to see how they coach online in the industry, the fitness industry. And maybe some of you are actually into an online fitness program, so you know that it combines your training routine together with the nutrition plan, the supplements, there are online check-ins and all of that. And I've created something similar for guitar, because I was surprised that there wasn't anything similar on guitar. Something that provides real accountability. And it's an online guitar coaching program, one-to-one. This is no group coaching, no pre-recorded lessons like a course, just raw one-to-one guitar coaching, with myself preparing your tailored guitar program so that you always know what to practice and what comes next. This comes from my direct experience of teaching over 1,000 students in the last 15 years. Now, each program is unique. It's tailored to your needs and to the time that you actually have available to practice. We just make sure that you don't waste any of that time. This is no copy and paste. It takes time, and that's the reason why it's limited to a handful of students. The way it works is that you can apply by filling the form that you find at the link in the description below. I will review your application, and if your application is successful, you will be invited to attend a free one-to-one onboarding call with myself. During the call, you'll tell me more about your background, your goals, and we will set the initial goals that we will work on with the program. I will prepare the program, you'll receive the program and all the material needed for you to practice, and then we'll have weekly check-ins like in the fitness industry. So you will record yourself practicing at the end of each week. I will provide direct feedback, tell you everything you need to improve. Like I said, it is one-to-one coaching, so this is not group coaching, but you will be able to join group live hangouts with other like-minded guitarists that are serious about improving fast on guitar. So you don't have to show up for a weekly lesson, but you will get full support. Do you need an immediate feedback? You can get it this way. Do you have a question and you don't want to wait a week to ask? Look, I say that this is the inner circle because these are the students that are the closest to me, that will get all of my support and that I really want to win on guitar. Each program is based on a 3-goal strategy because I don't think that anybody can work on more than 3 topics or areas at any given time. But these 3 goals can and will change over time so that we can cover the basics, make sure that you've got all of the fundamentals, and then you're ready to go in any direction you like. So if you're serious and you want to learn guitar with me, fill the form that you find at the link in the description below and we'll take it from there. Ciao for now.